It was an out-of-this-world mission for students at a Costa Mesa private school to talk with Shuttle Columbia astronauts via ham radio. But as students at Klein School found out, even the best laid plans can have technical problems. OCN's George Franco reports.
Just say your name and count to 10 and do it loud and clear.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Blake Maxwell was first in line to try to make a connection with astronauts of Shuttle Columbia. But first, students involved in the NASA-approved ham radio experiment made contact with Mission Control in Houston.
Of a nematode to help scientists with genetic mapping. Over.
This is simulation. I wish I could answer the question, but you say that for the astronauts. I'm sure they'll answer it for you, but I understood it. Over.
The Klein School students were briefed by experts with the shuttle amateur radio experiment known as sarex. The radio group coordinated the high-tech connection between the school, NASA, and space. They tracked minute by minute Columbia's precise location through complicated computer programs. But when the moment came to make the so-called telebridge Earth-to-space radio connection,
55 HDVs, WH6DJU, over. 55 HDVs, WH6DJU, start flight, over.
After repeated attempts, it became evident Shuttle Columbia was not receiving a signal.
Yes, we've lost the signal at this point.
Before the signal was lost, Blake Maxwell managed to ask shuttle astronauts the first question.
At least I know that they got my message, and it's just too bad that all the other children didn't get to talk.
The shuttle was a little bit too far north of Hawaii, which was the ground track station for us. It's that station that would downlink the signal and then retransmit it so that we could then establish the telebridge.
But all isn't lost. NASA will give Klein School another chance to make the Earth-to-space telebridge connection. Next time, the kids will have a technically better chance, because Shuttle Columbia will be on a different orbit, which will provide a better window of opportunity. I'm George Franco, the Orange County News Channel.
The next radio to space link at the Klein School in Costa Mesa has been arranged for next
the Shuttle Columbia. The kids used a ham radio and a special satellite link with the Johnson Space Center in Houston to have a conversation that was out of this world.
Set up the right vibrations for this. And stand by and hope for the best.
There were some tense moments at Klein Elementary School as students crossed their fingers and prayed that they would be able to talk to shuttle astronauts.
I think basically, John and everybody else, we are ready to go.
It took 2 days and 3 separate tries, but teacher Doug Borkeman finally made contact with Commander Robert Cabana and Columbia crew member Donald Thomas using a ham radio.
Roger, this is WB6NUD. We copy you loud and clear. Here is our first question.
My name is Greta Jean Ridley. My question is, what do space travelers do to relieve a headache? Over.
What do we do if we have a headache? Well, we take aspirin or Tylenol.
First I felt, well, you know, it might happen, it might not. But then once later, I felt we're going to make it. It turned out really great.
Well, it was fun. It was interesting. I didn't hear the answer, but I know I'll hear it later, so. Excellent experience, and never forget it.
The kids' enthusiasm was only surpassed by the excitement of the adults who remember man's first flight into space.
But I know that for those of us who are in their 40s, there tends to be a greater love for what's happening.
Even without the question-answer period with the astronauts, the space study was a learning experience.
I learned that, well, astronauts can't always get through all the time. And I learned about how astronauts communicate.
I learned about space and how to deal with amateur radios, and that's pretty much all.
It took a tremendous amount of technology, plenty of patience, and of course, lots of luck. But the third time was a charm for the kids at Klein Elementary School in Costa Mesa. I'm Jennifer Ballman for the Orange County News Channel.
Klein School was one of only 13 schools in the world to get permission to link up with the Columbia astronauts. The two-way conversation from outer space was part of a project called the Shuttle Amateur Radio Experiment. It's a joint effort of the American Radio Relay League, the Radio Amateur Satellite Corporation, and NASA. Local companies like Radio Shack and Hamilton Electronics donated equipment to make the space talk possible.